Ladies and gentlemen, a series has ended today. And it was quite embarrassing. So Nikola Jokic, he led the way, and they beat the Phoenix Suns to close it out in 6 by 25 points. They were up 30 at halftime. And you have to start wondering what is up with the Suns, like if they got a humiliation kink or something, because back-to-back years you lose on your home court by in blowout fashion. Last year was obviously worse. They only scored 27 points and a half, and Luka Doncic scored 28 points in that same half. So obviously that one's worse. There's no competition. But this is terrible. So I only watched a couple of minutes because I kind of knew it was wraps. And then I took a nap, woke up, checked halftime. It was 30-point lead. I'm like, oh my god, okay. So, honestly, if anything, I'm grateful for this. These playoffs have made me realize how good Jokic is. I knew he was really, really a great player. But I am starting to wonder if we should put him in these best. I'm starting to see why people think he's the best in the world, or at least why he's in these conversations. As if his stats don't do enough, he just looks dominant doing it. So, yeah. My apologies, Jokic, for thinking you weren't deserving to be a 3-time MVP. You are obviously talented enough to deserve that. My bad. I will take full responsibility on that. I see why many believed you were better than Embiid. I might be converting. I don't know. But Ayton out because of his back, I believe, and he just didn't want to play. If we're being quite real, he did not want to play, and I don't blame him. The organization has not given him like proper credit ever since that finals run, basically, and I feel like the Suns are holding him back. That's no reason to why he was kind of boo-boo this playoff series, but nonetheless, Chris Paul out. I don't think that mattered. Some people said, oh, if he was playing, they would have won. No, he wouldn't, bro. Like, they look slow on the court with Chris Paul. Like, yeah, I wasn't changing anything. Booker and KD, none of them played good. Holy crap, Cameron Payne had the game of his life for nothing. 31 points? Are you insane? Anyways, that's gonna go down like Draymond's Game 7 performance. Nobody's gonna remember it, but that's the game of their life. Booker got hurt in the last game, I believe. I believe it was his ankle, and he was not the same ever since. He missed like 11 of his last 12 shots since that ankle injury, and he shot 4 for 13 today. I'm not gonna hold that against Booker, considering he's the main reason they were even in the series to begin with. KD, yeah, it ain't looking too good, bro. I don't know. The stats kind of speak for themselves. Like, okay, he was not good. It's not like he was terrible, but he just wasn't good. I personally would have liked to see him and Booker just empty the clip and go out swinging. Basically like Durant was doing in Game 3, which was basically emptying the clip, even though he was shooting terrible. That's how I want my superstars to go out. But, yeah. Something has to change with this team, bro. Like, back-to-back years. Okay, I'll give a preview because by the end of the playoffs, I'll make like recaps on what each team needs. But a little preview right now for the Suns. Uh, they just need depth and defense basically, and a young point guard that fits their timeline. So yeah, get rid of Chris Paul. I hear rumors of Kyrie joining. Some people think that would be like terrible, awful. Don't do that. I'm not opposed to that if I'm Phoenix. Um, Obviously, don't go give him a max contract and you only got 3 players. You already have that issue right now. But literally just get more shooters, I guess, or defenders, 3-and-D guys basically, and a playmaking point guard. So yeah, I'm kind of on the spot right now, but that's what I feel like they need. So yeah. Oh, also, get a center that is comfortable having a minimal role basically. Keep Jock Landale. He's pretty good. Anyways, I'm pretty high on this Nuggets team again. I wasn't after games 3 and 4, but mostly 4. But hey, I am back, baby. I am back thinking they're the best in the West right now. But yeah. Good job, Jokic. KCP 21. Jesus Christ. All right, Jamal Murray. He played fine. Yeah, pretty good. Okay. Enough of that one. Now this one was quite wild. Okay. In fact, let me show you how wild this was. Do they have the? Yeah, there we go. See, so Boston was up 16 at one point. Philly fought their way to take the lead back, and I thought Philly was gonna win midway through the fourth, and then lo and behold, when the world needed him most, he showed up. Jason Tatum. He finally showed up. Obviously, the box score looks atrocious, but I promise you, he made all 5 of these shots in the fourth quarter, basically. Let me see if I can. Or at least it felt like. He made 1 shot in the first 3 quarters. Then he was just hitting clutch shot after clutch shot in this fourth quarter. And, that's what you need your superstar to be. I had a video in the tank ready to start recording about Tatum if he underperformed, but I guess it's gonna have to wait for now because he proved me wrong. I mean, he was still abysmal like the rest of the series, but he proved me wrong. So 3-3 going back to Boston. If you're Philly, you really would have loved to get this win at home, because then now you got to go back to Boston to try to win there in a Game 7. And I know people bring up Doc Rivers' coaching and his not his coaching, his record as a coach in Game 7s, and I don't think he's ever won one. And hey, you're probably scared, but even Ash Ketchum won a tournament. Okay, hey, you'll win at least once if you keep getting the opportunity. Okay, that's what I think. He's actually been doing a very good job coaching this team these playoffs. I feel like he's been out coaching Joe Mazzulla until this game probably, but he actually looks pretty good as a coach right now. But honestly, if you're the Sixers, Harden ain't play good. And he didn't play abysmal, but he ain't play good. And Maxey played good. Yeah, I'm sorry, but if I'm the Sixers, I'm gonna want more from Embiid than what he gave today. This is a closeout game, a chance to go to your first Western Conference Finals since Allen Iverson. And we cannot have your average performance. We need you to just take over, okay? So, yeah, they done let PJ Tucker hit 3 shots. I thought it was over. Anyways, Jesus Christ, Tobias Harris. So, also, Missoula's switched to Robert Williams. It was working out really well, it seemed. And then he took out Rob Will. And then the Sixers started making their comeback, basically. Okay, well, predictions, Game 7. Who do I think's going to win? Right now, I'm going to go with Philly. Because I think Embiid is due for his, like, alright, I'm him performance, basically. That's how I feel about it. So, yeah. I might change my mind later for tomorrow's video, but depending on what happens. But, I'll let that rock. I'm going to end it how I ended the last one, which is, who do I think is going to win this one? I think Miami will win. I think they shut the door. I also think the Lakers will shut the door. It's not going to be a blowout for either of these games, but I think both teams are moving on tomorrow. Especially because Davis is going to play, as far as I'm concerned right now. That's what I've been hearing. Also, Wiggins has a fractured rib. Jesus Christ. Okay. But he's put down as questionable. He's gonna play, bro. Like, your team is against the wall. You gotta play. Also, JaMychal Green, he's kind of poking the bear right now. Honestly, this whole Warriors team, that's why I am not a fan of them lately, because I'm a Steph fan, and these guys keep trying to just, I don't know how the saying goes, but basically they talk shit, and then they have Steph back it up for them. So like if you're on the playground and this little kid, he starts talking shit to you, and then he goes and hides behind his big brother, basically, and then you can't do shit because his big brother's way bigger than you. Yeah, that's basically what everyone on the Warriors does, because they know as long as they have Steph, they can talk all they want until he shows that he can't talk for them, basically. I don't know. This is getting on a rambly, and yeah, that's all I have to really say. All right, see ya.